Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is Monday the 19th of January 2015, and I'm your host, Ant-Man. If you guys saw my last video, it really did light a fire under me, so I'm going to be doing a lot of I'm going to be reporting more articles today, just because I'm in the mood. I've been reporting now for about 3 years, and I haven't gotten mad like the way that I just blew up right now. You guys need to realize something is that I'm not playing games with you. I'm not playing games with anybody. I have a real passion for the stuff that I do, and this is one of them. I care about what I do here on YouTube, and it means a lot to me to get this information out to people who, are looking for it. And it's good that you're looking for it. It's commendable, man, because you're awake and you're paying attention to real issues. But that last article about the homeschoolers getting kidnapped is just, I'm telling you, man, I haven't gotten that angry in a while because of something I read, and it's because I'm a real person. I'm not a robot. Being angry is not something that's unbecoming of you. You could be angry, just don't sin in your anger. If you're not angry, I think that you have a mental illness. If you're not angry about the kind of lies. When I became born again as a Christian, I was very angry because of all of the entire world's a lie, man. And when you realize that, it's just heartbreaking because you've been a victim to all this nonsense for so long, and then you have enough of it. And I'm not claiming a victim mentality, but that is what we all are. We're all victims of the lies and the deceit and the hatefulness of this world because of sin. So it's to me it's unbecoming, and it's depraved lunacy to not be angry about the stuff that we see in the real news today. Not the cable television news like some people are still watching that don't want to get with the times. They want to play games, I guess. They want to pretend everything's all right, and they like being talked to like they're 3 years old. But that's why you're here. You guys are smart, man. I know you guys are, because you guys are trying to listen to the real stuff. You're looking for it. You're hungry for the word of God, hopefully. And that's why I love my channel, man, is because I'm a real guy. I'm not going to pretend to be fake to try to impress you. I really do get angry. I get really angry at cops that try to pick on people that have no respect for innocence or decency or our rights. And it's just, it's deplorable, and it needs to be shunned. Straight up. You're guilty by association being a cop because you're just taking orders. And there's a mental illness in this country of people who just want to follow orders for the sake of worshiping authority. It's sick. It is, because I'll see kids that are having problems at school, and their parents will automatically think it's them, and they'll tell them stuff like, when the teacher tells you to do something, you say, "Yes, sir!" and you go on your way like a robot. And it's disgusting. Learn how to think for yourself out there. You're powerful, you're creative, intelligent, and loving. That's the way that God made you. Don't be ashamed of that. The trolls nowadays is another mental illness. You have nothing better to do than to be on the internet and troll people that actually have purpose and they have a calling on their lives to tell people information or to run a business or something. You have nothing better to do than to just cause trouble for people. I feel sorry for you. That's a sign of a miserable, sad, lonely life, man. And I'm not claiming to have the most perfect, you know what I mean? And I know that people measure success differently these days. It all has to do with money and throwing Illuminati signs and being in bed with the Satan and whatnot. And I know that's cool nowadays, but you know what I mean? It's just I might as well just stop ranting now, because seriously, that last article did spark me off. But just to jump into this article right here, I thought it would be a fun one. It's a real short one. Shocker, Richard Dawkins helping spread the Christian faith. Richard Dawkins is too smart for me to believe that he is an atheist. My honest belief about who Richard Dawkins is that he's actually a Jesuit. He's an undercover Catholic priest who pretends to be Christian. You can even see that he calls being a Christian what he calls himself is a secular Christian. Now, you couldn't get any more oxymoronic, if that's even a word, than that. You cannot. If this guy's actually fooling people, I hope that there are Christians out there that are pointing people in the right direction, saying that you cannot just claim to be a Christian and do whatever you want. This guy celebrates Christmas. He loves the Pope and whatnot, and it's an obvious indicator of this guy's a disinformation agent. For you guys that are atheists, you should consider this. That there are people out there who practice deceit, and they do make it an art of it. They make an art out of making their conscience cold and cut off from having normal human emotions, like the ones I was just saying, being loving, creative, intelligent, and powerful. They want to be powerful, but in the sense of the world system, and by the they get their power from Satan, and that takes sacrificing even yourself, your very soul, to be in the, if you want to live it big in this world. You know what I mean? And that's where I was just getting off too. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't claim to have like the most, like you shouldn't envy me. I'm not, anyone to envy. I love my life, but I'm not, claiming to have luxury or all my life together or whatnot. Pray for my wife, by the way, because she's not saved. And you know what I mean? Like, I love her, man, and I want to just say that I want to see her saved. But the fact of the matter is, there's so much falsehood out there that she sneezed the other day, and I told her, bless you, and she said, I heard that was bad to tell people. And I was just like, why don't you go get a dictionary and go look up what that word means, first of all? Because you can't just... Do you see the kind of people we have in our society nowadays where they're so arrogant and so full of themselves, so narcissistic and sociopathic that they just make up stuff that has no weight, has no water, holds no water. It's just made up, blatant, blunt-faced lies. Bold-faced lies, I should say. It's disgusting. And I feel bad for people out there that they just believe everything they hear. So telling bless you to use a bad thing now, huh? I don't know who's going around saying that, but the last time I looked at the word blessing, it meant a good thing. A curse is at least I'm not saying curse you when you sneeze. You know what I mean? It's just pray for my wife, you guys. She's a very lovely lady, and she's just like a lot of people in this world they're very attracted to the culture, and it's disgusting. I pray to God all the time for people who are living in this culture today in America, because especially if you're a Christian, you're not a Christian if you love to do what everyone else is doing. I'm sorry, but you're not a Christian, and I don't associate with you. If I do hang out with my secular friends, they know who I am. They know that I don't laugh at the things they laugh at. I don't talk the way they talk. And they're, for the most part, they're very tolerant and they're very open-minded, cool people. But I have a lot of secular friends too. I don't pick and choose I'm not a little goody two-shoes, and I don't try to just hang out with a bunch of like corny Christians all day. And not all of them are corny. There's people like me who have lived in sin most of their life, got saved, and now are born again, regenerated people. But you know what I mean? It's just that stop kidding yourself and stop playing games. You know that if you call yourself a Christian, you've been called out of this world. So stop playing games. It's pleasurable, but the things that please the body are actually deceptive, and they're deceitful, and they're actually going to cause ultimately your death, is what the Bible says. So let's get into this article, man. I just wanted to lay my heart down on the line, because the kind of stuff that I see out there today is really heartbreaking, and I don't do this for nothing. I do it because I honestly hope to God that you guys out there are listening and know that there are real and actual normal people out there that care about other people, and that we're not all wrapped up in this disgusting, sick, mentally ill, depraved culture that we have today. So anyway, Richard Dawkins is in front of me. I really should be thanking Richard Dawkins. It seems his fundamentalist stand against fundamentalism has launched growth in the one thing he so desperately tried to stamp out: Christians' faith in God, because he's a Jesuit. Just my opinion. Amusingly, his assault on faith has backfired. Well, maybe. It all depends whether the main goal of his public atheism was profit or profit, meaning, the different kind of profit. Was he mainly interested in duping the public into buying millions of dollars in books described as half-baked, even by other atheists, to become a speaking circuit celebrity, to become unspeakably wealthy, simply by leveraging polemics against a God he claims not to believe in? If that's what he's doing this for, he is atheism's answer to Joel Osteen. That would explain his sophomoric grasp of philosophical implications of both his own beliefs and those he criticizes. If he was intending to take a stand for a great secular truth, then he has failed. What Dawkins has done instead is take people who were entirely disinterested in the existence or non-existence of God and thrust them headlong into the most important metaphysical questions about life and purpose. You got people talking about God. In the words of one comic, Marcus Grigstock, before I read The God Delusion, I was an atheist. After I read it, I was an agnostic. I don't want to read it again in case I turn into a Christian. As a Scottish pastor says, I actually know of people who have been converted through reading The God Delusion and interacting with the discussion. And there's a link here for an article of that. As such, I can only encourage Dawkins to keep on writing, keep on raging, and keep generating conversations with otherwise disinterested unbelievers. Thank you, Mr. Dawkins. Who knows, perhaps one day he'll even read his own book and be sufficiently persuaded by its many weaknesses that he, too, may rethink life's big questions. remember, guys, ideas kill, man. The truth hurts, but lies kill. Ideas are what we battle against mostly as Christians, I think, because we are men and women of virtue. And by the way, women, there's nothing more attractive than to a Christian man than a virtuous, godly, beautiful woman. And you don't have to be and I mean beauty. Beauty really comes from the inside. Beauty on the outside is just a plus. But this video, I'm probably just gonna title it "My Philosophical Beliefs About the Culture and How We Get Tangled Up in It" or something, because I really made it about this Richard Dawkins guy. But the fact of the matter is this has to do with a lot of different things. For you atheists, or not God, but Richard Dawkins has actually done you a disservice. Whenever you guys claim your strawman arguments, you sound like little mini Richard Dawkins clones. And that, to me, is something that he did to you. He made that reputation of yours go that way. So I'm just saying, the atheists are running the other way now because their worldview and their ideology has failed this country. It has failed America, and we are at the point where we're at today because of their ideology of progressivism and liberalism. And now they don't have an answer for it. And now that the Christians want to come to the forefront to say something, everyone wants to shut us up because the truth hurts. But I guess, you'd rather not get your feelings hurt than actually stand up for yourself just in case you die and get taken over as a nation. But I don't know what's more important to you, man. This video is not a guilt trip, or it's not to be something to make you feel ashamed, but it's a wake-up call. I'm just like anyone else. I'm a normal dude, but I have a lot on my heart because I speak to God. Atheists, believe it or not, I have an actual direct contact and link with God, and I do, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not saying he talks to me in an audible voice or appears to me in my room and talks to me, but he talks to me through his word, and he prompts my heart to be centered on these issues. So, man, God